just to preface this, I'm going to read this for the first time since I wrote it. And I'm probably going to start laughing at parts because I'm going to think in my own head of the same jokes that I already wrote 2 months ago. So just fair warning.
I like I said, the recap actually helped me get back to where I was to recap me into what you guys were leading into.
Excellent. It did its job, for once. Session 19, The Disappearing Floor. We pick up with our soon-to-be heroes on the trail back to Elsad. Along their journey, they return to a familiar path. One could say it is too familiar, because wholesale reuses assets. And one would be correct. Like every other time we've seen this path, there's a fight a-brewing. All of a sudden, some crossbow bolts fly out of nowhere and hit Israel, knock Alvaro unconscious, and miss Demirius. No one could see where they came from. Not due to any special things happening or anything like that, no. This time, the group's lack of ability to see was purely due to consistently terrible rolls on Roll20. Israel is hit with another bolt and is knocked unconscious. Things are not looking good for the group. Leyland and Ted rush in towards where they saw a bolt come from and discover an enemy in the brush. They engage! Demirius heals Israel while Alvaro stabilizes naturally. The group essentially splits up to try and take care of what appears to be a flanking ambush. We have combat! Arrows and bolts fly, scimitars simmer, and the other standard combat descriptions apply as well. Demirius steps up to the plate. He points to the outfield with the staff, riling up the fans, lines up and swings. Crack! The assassin zombie orc head. Oh, fucking strike through doesn't work when you copy paste, huh? The assassin head is out of there. The bases were loaded, and it's a grand slam. The dragons are taking home the pennant. Ted grapples with and dispatches the other assassin. But wait, there's more? All this time, a third unknown entity has also been firing shots, and our soon-to-be heroes have been unable to find them. They do know the general area this entity is in, though, and the party begins to converge on a raised rock area. A few hear the sound of a glass vial breaking, and it seems likely that they downed a potion to help run away. The group takes a moment to lick their wounds and regroup. Israel discovers a work order on one of the assailants. It's a hit put out on them! Gasp! Who would do such a thing to our lovable group of misfits? The order was signed by Blackhand. Dun dun dun! Shift +1. They managed to make it back to the city before nightfall, and are presented yet again with the problem of getting a bear into the city. Israel sweet-talks their way past the guards using the power of goblin diplomacy and plus shiny badge. How strange that in the span of 2 days, the city has not relaxed its policy on live bears. They make it back to the safe house and find it empty of the emissary. They decide to stay put for now rather than head to the tavern and broadcast their whereabouts after so recently being marked for murder. The emissary arrives back shortly thereafter and is caught up on the situation. With nothing pressing to attend to, they rest for the night. In the morning, Israel and Muffinita head to the stablemaster to collect payment on the warehouse goods they previously sold. Remember that? That time we raided the warehouse? It was session 13, way back in December. How time flies. Alvarol apparently went for an early morning run. Clearly, their brush with death has put them on a health kick. Demirius plays with his magic stick, and then makes it more interesting by involving string and cloth. After some Sherlock Holmes, or maybe Furlock Bones, style experimentation, it seems as though the stick has a ghost dog associated with it. Meanwhile, Israel brings the stablemaster up to speed on the necromantic happenings. He will look into this on his side as well, and suggests the whole group come to the funeral the next day so they can discuss the next steps on this new intrigue. Before that, though, Israel must go to the quartermaster and get proper funeral attire befitting a member of the Blades. The groups reconvene at the safe house and exchange their findings. After many requests to go to the pub for a pint, Ted and Leland finally have worn down the common sense of the others, and a bunch of the group head to the nearby tavern. Demirius and Muffinita head to the blacksmith instead, as some minor shopping needs must be attended to. At the tavern, some fisticuffs are avoided due to bear. And that's about it. Tune in next time to see what the group decides to do about the Black Hand.
Beautiful recap. Which
Very nice.
leaves us with a split party. We have one gaggle at the tavern, and we have the other gaggle at, or en route or at, the blacksmith. I believe you guys were going to the tempered chain, which would be number 1. Red 1. I remember correctly. I do. My notes said so.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
So, which side of the... Oh, no. We ended with Team Tavern. So we'll take off with Team Blacksmith. Demirius and Muffinita. Do you remember why you were going to the blacksmith?
Yes, I purchased a Masterwork Composite Shortbow +1, dubbed Mr. Punchy.
Demirius, was there anything you were specifically acquiring?
You think Demirius remembers?
I don't know. Roll.
Does Levi remember for Demirius?
I don't think I was looking. I think I was just going with so that we weren't solo.
Copy that. Is there anything else of use that you would wish to get in the process while you're there?
Hell no, I'm broke as shit.
It's part of the RP.
Don't think you should be, because I think I brought back monies and broke it all up, didn't I?
Wait, sorry.
Probably.
What we
I've
did
got-
with
I've got a
funds?
fair bit of dot.
Yeah. Did we still have all of them, or did we just sort of like leave them at the base?
So I think the plan was we were just going to deal with splitting the vast majority of the money we made and such thus far till later. But I think there was like 3K gold that got divvied from what we just got from what's his face, the orc guy from the warehouse.
Yeah, the orc or the stable master.
Yeah, so like we had that just on hand really quick, but a bunch of the other stuff, like most of our funds are currently tied up in actual equipment that we need to go through the sell process of and whatnot.
Oh, right, you have that posted too. So,
And y'all were supposed to go through the loot sheet and flag anything you wanted to keep.
yep, I'm trying to find that again. I'm pretty sure I did.
It should be pinned in the loot channel.
Oh,
That said,
I'm in the handouts. That's why I can't find it.
Right. So I
I'm-
only would have gotten 600 GP, right? From the 3,000.
give or take, and then you would have had like maybe 500 on hand from previously.
I wouldn't have.
Oh, because you
No.
bought the magic stick.
And a book.
And a book.
Right.
Yep. No, we got 6K from the blades. It says so right from the hand of the GM himself. It was originally 7, but I paid 1,000 in tip because we always tip our sources. No, I didn't want to do that. Okay, that's the loot from the one thing. There it is. Okay, found it finally. I'm almost certain I ran through it completely, but it was like the first place I thought to look. But yeah, so no, we had 6K total to divvy up. But you're right, we probably did or didn't.
I don't have anything from that marked on my sheet, so I don't think.
No, so
We did
yeah, I
just-
guess we just have to assume it's still all whole and on either you or me.
Most likely you.
Most likely, yeah.
That said, to answer your question wholesale, or not if it wasn't a question. Anyhow, I got what I need. I'm good to head back. I don't need to do anything else shopping wise.
Was there
I don't know.
any
Demirius, you need anything?
No. I don't really have the funds to get anything. So.
Not yet. Yeah, I think we're all good with everything. Other than the jewels, I thought I had already grabbed those. Well, let me just start.
Anyway. Alright, well, the duo makes their way. Are you going back to the safe house, or are you going to go to the tavern that your compatriots went to? Or was there another stop that you wanted to make?
Do we know that they went to said tavern?
Yes.
then yeah, we'll go meet them there. Or I'll go meet them there. Demirius, are you coming with, or are you doing
Yep.
your own thing?
No, I'll come with.
All right. I'll take you. Well, are you on stealthily or are you taking the main roads? How are you traveling?
Always stealthily.
I was gonna say, please, yeah. Please don't. I hope Demiris rolls. Watch him hit a nat 20.
Hey, I got a decent roll.
Oh, you
I
got
don't
a
know if I
decent.
should even bother trying to stealth.
I think you
I
should.
mean, it doesn't hurt to try. Da-dun, 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 da-dun,
That's not bad.
da-dun, da-dun.
All right.
Is a carnelian a stone?
Both Demirius and
Is it a karma
Muffinita.
carnelian?
Mavis says yes, it's a stone.
Okay.
Muffinita and Demirius just blend in with the crowd as they travel throughout the streets. What are the four of you at the tavern doing? You got your drinks. I believe you ordered some food. Are you...
Step right
Oh!
on, ride a bear. See if you could stay on, and if you can, your drink is on me. Is there enough room to do that?
Absolutely not, but
We're gonna try.
someone takes you up on that offer immediately.
Oh, right. Okay. Ted, you just kneel down a little bit. Okay, Ted. Now, you remember...
I'm gonna ride this bear.
Right? Oh, claw. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. And... Okay, he's gonna try to throw you. Go ahead and roll for this.
Roll a strength check.
Okay. Black Bear's strength is 17. That's a +3. Oh, no good.
You say it's not good, but homeboy rolled a 1. So with the guy climbs up and he's
Holes love.
very much confident in his capabilities. Ted rears back and slings forward, and the guy goes flying off Ted. Let's see.
Yeet!
Van, why don't you give me a high or low?
Low.
All right. Unfortunately, that man, remember the table that you had a little bit of a disgruntled disagreement with?
Oh no.
This man flies off Ted right onto their table. Crashing, bang, table breaks. Their drinks fly everywhere.
Uh-oh. Hang on. We can fix this. I'm very good at carpentry, and I don't even know if I have enough money to like pay for their drinks.
No. Oh, there it is. Okay. Wrong notepad.
I can't find me gold. Hang on.
Oh,
Is there
that's right. We
silver?
were actually trying to figure out what the cost of gold for a grand piano was.
I don't think I have any gold. Oh wait, yes I do. Oh yeah, I sure do. Okay. And I'll pay for your drinks. It's fine.
You think paying for our drinks just will solve this?
Yeah.
I mean,
And
if
he
you'd rather,
marches
you and
forward.
go fight about it in the alley.
And he
Hang on,
jabs
am
his
I-
finger into your chest.
Am I?
This is
close enough to them?
disrespect. Huh?
I mean, if you're feeling real strong, we could go sell it like animals outside.
Am I close enough to them?
Are you at the same table as Leland?
I'd assume if we all went to the bar, we would have.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. I'm just gonna pop up right next to him. Maybe. And I'll diplomatize.
Okay.
Well, ideally, right at the point where he says, "You think buying drinks is gonna be the only thing?" and then I'll produce more drinks. As he says that, you think it's going to solve this? Yes. As two mugs of ale appear from both sides of his head.
That's right. Bring in another round. It's on me for these gents right here.
They snatch up the drinks. You're lucky this time. They
gonna go
mosey
ask
back to
the,
a new table.
Lean over next to Leland and go, I think we're lucky. I think I'm lucky all those times too. Except for that time I got shot in the chest. Twice.
Oh,
I'm gonna
sounds
rub
like
my
it
chest.
hurt. You got any cool scars? Oh wait, hang on. I gotta go see if I can pay the bartender for his table.
Honestly, I think I am just a scar.
You are at. You approach the bartender, which is a female dragonborn, who's very unhappy about their table.
Hello. I'm very, very sorry about the table. I guess there wasn't as much room in this establishment as I thought. But is a gold enough
Of
for a
course, there wasn't
table?
enough room in this establishment. There's barely enough room
Well,
for
I
your
mean-
bear.
We wrestled in the apartment just fine. Everything was fine. Besides, it's just a table. You could get another one, right?
Does this look like an apartment that's yours?
I think you've
I'm
honestly
pretty
broke
sure
the table
gold
in the
could afford
apartment.
like half a dozen tables. So here you go,
How much do you give her?
a gold.
She stares at the gold, holds her hand out.
I'll pick it up and put it in her hand.
She takes the gold out of her hand, puts it back out.
Huh. Honestly, I
She
don't know
wants
what
more.
you mean. Could you use your words?
Get out.
Oh, okay. I just wander off.
All of you! She points at your table.
What ranky establishment? My goodness.
About that time, well, do you willingly leave?
Yeah.
The rest of you?
Yeah.
I make sure I take my drink with me though.
Sure, why not?
Leave the mug!
Oh. Puts mug back on table.
I pretend I don't hear them as I continue out the door. Drinking my ale.
You two!
I finish it quickly and then I toss the mug in and then leave.
But at that point, your compatriots are coming down the road as you're leaving.
Oh, that would have been even better if there was like an other entry and they came in that just as we left.
What a cranky lady. My goodness.
Well, you did break her table with a
I
person.
offered to pay for it too. Good gravy. It's not like they never break tables in there. I mean, honestly.
I mean, I guess there's a point in there. Somewhere.
There's lots of pointy things in there. I think most people are, I think.
Are you causing trouble already?
Not on purpose. It's not my fault that the bartender's just a right something or other.
Roar.
Right, dragon hump.
All right, you're
Demarius
tossed out of the
just kinda
tavern. What do you do
Eyes
next?
them up and down.
As the giggle that you are.
I don't remember what were we doing next.
Well, we got time to kill before the funeral.
Yep.
And we also have to come up with an idea of what we're going to do about Mr. wants to kill us.
Necromancer dude?
Mr. Necromancer, who's probably been advising this city for centuries.
Yes, Mr. Necroman who wants to kill us.
Yeah.
Sir.
No, I don't think we need to give him that honorific.
Ben, is there anything you wish to do? A library, perhaps?
No, nothing in particular. Library doesn't. Honestly, yeah, nothing.
I think I picked up my clothes, right? already? We stopped at the tailors, so they say they were going to have those ready tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes, do I have them, or yes to
Yes,
picking
you
them
have
up
yours,
tomorrow? Okay.
I believe. We'll
Oh,
just say
DM said
yes.
it, so it must be so.
Yep. The rest of you have your fine clothes that, if you wish to wear them.
Let's see here.
Yep, I got my fancy.
Blades.
Whatever they were called, scholars robes,
Yes.
something like that,
I believe that was accurate.
with my secret pocket for Mr. Stabby.
Stabby, stab him, stab, stab.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 secret pockets.
Well,
But that's not for the formal wear that I was given.
correct. Well, what do you wish to
Exactly.
do? The day is still yours.
How
Or
much time's
evening is
gone
still
past?
yours.
Oh, okay. Well, we can't go back to that tavern for dinner.
Sorry. I thought it would be a bit of fun.
Sometimes people just don't want to have fun.
No kidding. Good gravy.
Ooh, gravy sounds good.
Yeah, I do. I hope that was wasn't the only place we could get gravy. Oh, new thought. What if we get our own building and then we do bear rides in our own building for beer money, and then we can drink lots of beer and give more beer rides because it's really fun when you're drunk, and then it's like a cycle of happiness.
I feel like you just described the last time we were in our secret hideout place. Literally.
Okay,
Drank
maybe.
beer, wrestled bears.
That was a good time.
You remember that? You remember that time he drooled all over Damaris?
Oh
Because
yeah,
Damaris is like, I'll wrestle a bear.
so much fun, wasn't it, Damiris?
Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm. Good time.
All right, well, since you're just all standing around, Muffinita, roll me a d20.
How'd that F get here? There we go.
I hate when the F gets there.
Don't you just hate it when you F your D20?
I do.
Out of the corner of your eye, Muffins, in one of the alleys as you're hanging out, you see some graffiti. You can't quite make it out.
Because it's graffiti.
From the angle that you're seeing it, but you see it. Do you go investigate further?
Just because random graffiti, is there anything that would like stick out as something that would make it seem worthwhile to investigate?
You see a word duchy.
Okay. If we walk past it, am I passing it on the left-hand side?
If you're heading back towards your safe house,
Boo!
That joke is gold and I've gotten it in twice. You should be proud of me, Van.
Get new material.
Yeah, I'll go investigate. I'll also draw everyone else's attention towards it. Well, anyone who's not seriously planning the next bout of bear wrestling, because I imagine that's is fairly attention focused for you, Leland.
Yeah.
what you
Perception. There you go.
find on the wall, it's crudely written, but it says, "Resist the undead, save the duchy."
I mean, that sounds pretty solid. Because, I mean, who wants to vote for zombies?
Was this?
Is there a QR code with it I can scan, or is it just?
Just crudely written graffiti.
Can you say what it says again?
Resist the undead, save the duchy.
Like, what's it painted in?
It's just some crude paint.
You undead.
Is this one of you guys?
It wasn't me.
What?
Was this one of you guys?
Oh yeah, because I carry around a bucket of paint and write fancy words.
I wouldn't have spelled Dutchy wrong.
I would have written it better. Pulls out a piece of paper, shows him. See, I can write.
All right,
I
now
feel like
that, now
Dutchy
that we're
probably-
done being smartasses, this would imply that other people know. That's the
Yeah.
point I'm trying to make. It's not one of us. Somebody else knows. We might.
Someone certainly
Oh.
knows something.
That's using your noggin.
Is there anything on it, like a little scribey thing that tells you something like some kind of odd symbol with it?
Nope.
The problem is we're just in some random alley, and
Somewhere around here.
I don't know how easy it's going to be to just track down whoever did this.
Well,
'Cause
we could look around the surrounding area and see if there are other graffitis. Did I say that right?
you did.
I don't even know if we would know what that means. Anyhow. Or it's just a bunch of people who don't like zombies. I don't like zombies. Do you like zombies?
I don't like zombies.
I mean,
Zombies are rubbish.
I mean undead.
Gross. Icky, and they don't even taste very good.
Yeah, they don't feel that weird when you fall into their guts. It's kind of like swamp water,
Yeah.
but way, way more disgusting smelling.
So much disease in that stuff too.
Ah, it's not that bad.
I keep telling Ted the bones ain't worth it, but Ted doesn't care.
Rawr. All right.
So do we want it? Do we want to go look for more? We can do it in stealth if you want. Afanita.
I tilt my head to the left as I consider this. You had me at stealth. Okay, let's go. I run off.
All right, your two smaller compatriots.
Hang on, I gotta make sure. Oh, I
As-
we might have run off vaguely in the same direction, but maybe not. We might.
As I'm rounding a corner, I yell back, "Meet you back at the house."
Okay.
I'm sneaking, you guys.
Yeah, you are.
While saying you're sneaking out loud.
All right, so the two smaller compatriots and very poorly Leland just sneaking around. Well,
Like me
like
and Ted,
coming.
like, with our backs against the wall, just like walking sideways along it.
Excellent.
Excellent shitpost, Van. Perfect.
With the made up soundtrack and everything.
All right, so Leland,
Oh,
Ted,
yeah.
Avril, and Miris, what do you do?
Well, we know what Leland and Ted are doing.
Poorly.
We're sneaking along with you guys. Very sneakily. Oh, hello. Excuse me. I'm trying to go along this wall. Could you move to the other side? Thank you.
You gotta work on his voice. Well,
Demirius is just gonna like elbow in hand, pressing the temple on the side of his face. I'm just gonna go back to the safe house. I don't want any part of this.
How is Izzy so good at this? I feel like I'm doing it the same way, right? Does this look right, Ted?
Rawr.
Well,
Ah,
I don't
he
think
almost
I'm
doesn't look
gonna.
any better.
Rawr. Rawr.
I don't think I'm gonna cover any more ground than Team Sneak is. I'll just do a quick jog around the block and see if I find anything else, and if not, I'll just go back to the safe house.
you feel the compulsion to do 2 blocks.
No. There is one voice who gets to make that decision. It's not yours.
Feeling denied.
I know improv is all about yes and, but every once in a while there's a good time to say no.
I'll follow around the block back.
Do you jog with Evero?
A literal jog?
A literal jog.
Begrudgingly? Confused?
Why do you have to walk faster than a walk?
All right, so
Wait, is he moving at that speed where you can't like fully tilt the analog stick, but you also can't just like only partially? You have to keep,
No, I'm not a
throttling?
monster.
I have to like
I've-
full on sprint for 2 seconds and then stop and then sprint
Yeah.
for 2 seconds.
I vision
Stop.
in Pathfinder terms a jog is exactly that. You're not running, but you're not walking.
Like 1.5 times your speed. Maybe 1.25. I don't know.
All right. So
I'm getting tired of watching that little clip.
Muffinita and Israel, as you're scoping out, how big of an area are you looking in?
Yeah, let me draw.
You said
on
we
the
were
map.
right here. I
Yep,
think.
that's where you started.
So
Okay.
I would look in this like building block essentially.
All right. Being stealthy and
good.
sneaking around while looking, it takes you the better part of an hour to canvas that area. You do find 2 more graffiti arts.
About
Are
the
they
same
fairly
length.
far apart or like kind of clustered in one?
They're
of these,
fairly
like-
far apart. You know, if the first one you found was like in this area, there's another one over here, another one like over here.
Okay,
fine.
so what you're saying is there was like one here
Mm-hmm.
and like one over there.
Yeah.
And then one over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we connect the lines between them, right? And then we factor in that the boat used to be over here, and that over in this river, there could be a snake. Then, with the alignment of the sun and the moon in its current phase, the person who did this graffiti lives here.
Maybe. How did my Buffinator get so smart?
Hang on. Yep, that sounds about right.
Do you go check it out?
No.
Are you sure?
Roll a will.
Yeah, I mean, if they're far apart, it doesn't really tell us much. Like,
No. Were there any other distinctive markings with it, or are they same level of crudeness?
Same level of crudeness. Not even the same handwriting.
Did we have anything that we may or may not have noticed with perception checks, like the possibility of like hidden entryways that don't belong there?
I don't know. Roll a perception check. No.
oof.
Still no.
Hey.
But you do identify that one was made with, you know, a paintbrush possibly. The other one was done with finger paint.
So we're looking for a kid.
We're looking for a little one. And by that I mean a youngling. Who also could be a little one. Like us.
Oh, Anakin killed all the younglings. Sorry, I had a stroke there for a second. What were we talking about?
Wait, are you with us?
No, he was just stealthing with the group. He would
Yeah,
have no.
yeah.
He would
Okay.
have no idea where we are.
I was wondering, like, first off, I'm impressed you caught up. Second,
He follows the thought of 2.
I'm just muttering to myself for no reason. Something, younglings.
All right, everyone convenes back to the safe house then.
yeah, I imagine even like what would the survival, which mine is terrible. I
Yeah,
wouldn't really
survival
be
to
able to
be tracked.
piece anything together with just where those 3 locations are,
I
right?
could try. Holy shit.
Jesus.
Roll it at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't retain
Like, that's
anything.
Immediately a 10. 10 less.
I'm gonna remove my map doodles real quick for you. Well, the river snake can stay there, and the boat.
Yeah.
The boat's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it is a
A
dock.
plus
so, I
boat.
mean, like it is implied that there are in fact boats in the harbor. And possibly a snake in the river. Or hundreds of snakes. Just very
Or
small.
an extra bendy arrow, because it's a really piss poor snake.
It's a drain cleaner. They just occasionally start it at the beginning of the city and run it down there to get all the gummed up logs and stuff and bodies.
Definitely
I mean,
bodies.
you know there are bodies in there.
All right, back at the safe house. I assume you share your
Findings, discoveries.
Yep, we found a couple more. Nothing really pointing in one specific place to look or anything. Just
We suspect it may be a small person, as in a child, who could also be a small person. Because we have children too.
okay.
What?
The person writing the stuff.
what he means is one of them was done in finger paint.
Common is literacy.
In a city full of orcs and goblins.
Roll me a knowledge local.
I mean, I'm literate.
You think it's possibly around the 50-50 mark?
All right. So finger paint isn't necessarily the most like out of the world idea.
It's vastly more common in this city than you think.
Yeah.
They do, I believe, have 2 libraries.
Not just
One of
one.
which we know. Oh, just the one? Oh,
Just
I
the
thought
one.
you said there was another one.
The history of that was it used to be at the castle, but it was more publicly made available. In recent history.
Finger paint doesn't necessarily imply that it was a small person or child. It could easily have meant that they were in a rush and didn't have a paintbrush.
This checks out.
All right. So do you bed down for the night to prepare for your next day?
Yes.
Thank God. All right. Anyone staying watch, or you're going to trust the locks on your door?
So, hear me out. What if we park the bear in front of the door?
Ted, do you want to sleep in front of the door?
Rawr.
All right. We can do it. Ted can sleep in front of the door. I'll take a watch. It's not a big deal.
I only sleep 4 hours, so I can go to bed a little later, wake up a little earlier.
It sounds like a plan.
All right.
I'm going to abuse a bed with a full 8 hours of sleep.
And with that, watches are watched, sleeps is slept. What time are you waking up in the morning?
I guess after 8 hours of sleep.
That's what I'm thinking.
So whatever equates to however late we went, which I assume wasn't terribly late.
Plot o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
that's my favorite time to wake up.
Before the funeral, ideally with enough time to get dressed and get there.
if you wake up, we'll call it 8-ish, 9-ish, somewhere in there. As everyone starts waking up, you have all morning and afternoon before you can start showing up for the funeral, unless you want to be extra, extra, extra early. The funeral is at sundown proper, with quote-unquote celebration of life beforehand.
And it's
I don't think we
taking
need to be extra, extra early. I think Stable Master wants to talk to us after the funeral events.
I believe you are correct. It's taking place at the stable itself, or
Correct.
Okay. Got to actually show up to the right place. That's kind of important. Okay, so we got time to kill. Might as well go get breakfast. Maybe soothe over the poor tavern dragon before she breaks the broken table on us.
I think we should go to a tavern on the way and not the one that you guys just got kicked out of.
Well, we got almost
Yeah,
an
once we
entire
get going
day,
up, probably.
so we're going to dress up properly before we go out.
I don't see why not.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to bathe and clean up.
Do you
And
do
then
it at
dress
the house, or
properly.
do you go to the bathhouse?
I mean, do we have a bath bucket here?
You do. It's up to you.
I mean, I don't feel any urge to go to a bathhouse, but if you guys want to, I definitely will be fine with that.
I'm down to bathhouse because I did not go the previous time, so
What an odd
Like-
thing to post, Averil.
I was trying to read how things work, and I clicked the
Okay.
wrong button.
Do you guys want to go to the bathhouse? Misfortune. What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, no. Okay. You've never been to a bathhouse? We gotta go to the bathhouse now.
are you asking me?
Well, I mean, did you say you've never been to a bathhouse out
No, I
loud?
said I didn't get a chance to go the previous time when people had poop
Oh.
water thrown on them because I wasn't with that group.
That was only 2 people, I
So
believe.
I feel like having traveled here from the Druid place and not really had a chance to like proper bathe and stuff, that before going to a funeral and being all dressed nice and stuff, I should hit a bathhouse up.
That sounds right.
All right.
I like this idea.
As opposed to taking like a sink shower.
Hmm.
Oh no, it's like a bath bucket for us would be basically a tub.
All right. So, if I understand right, you guys are going to the bathhouse because 2 of you know exactly where it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you and I were off doing something when they got shit washed.
Correct.
All right. You make your way to the bathhouse. How are you traveling? Just with the flow of traffic or stealthily? Because I have to keep asking this question, evidently.
I refuse to sneak.
I refuse to not sneak.
I'm sneaky because somebody else sneaked.
I walk
I'm a
gracefully
sneak
with my
along
head
with Demirius.
held high.
I'll meet you guys there.
Although retrospect, we're definitely the 2 that don't know where the bathhouse is.
No, look, I look at it this way. It's not so much that I'm like sneaking for the sake of sneaking. I am basically going into a like
Assassin's
break
Creed
off
in
from
the crowd.
group, check if people are following us, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay,
As
so we're
we're
being
going.
inconspicuous and unobservable, so to speak.
Okay. You make it to the bathhouse unhindered, uninterrupted.
Thank God.
There are 3 categories on which you can do it. You can just use the general bath with everyone else, and that'll cost you 5 copper. You can get a little bit more pamper treatment for 5 silver. And it's a little more luxurious. Get a face scrub and such. Or for a gold coin a piece, you can rent out one of their private baths.
Let's do it up, you guys. It'll be on me. We just do a private bath. We don't want to have running assholes bitching about the bear. Oh my god, Ted's here. And then we can have a good time. What do you think?
Honestly, not a bad idea, specifically because of the bear.
Yay! I had a good one. High fives, Ted.
They do request 2 gold coins for the bear specifically, because that's going to leave a lot of fur and grime behind.
It's discrimination, but fine. Clack.
I quirk an eyebrow. Like, can I get my own private one?
Well,
Your
we
money.
do have singular private baths, but those are a platinum apiece because you understand water is private. It's of our espionage. It's the highest quality.
Was that 10
One.
gold?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. So Muffinita has their very own private bath. Which comes with the quote unquote all the bells and whistles. People
Treated myself.
Whistle bells.
such a degree they don't advertise it.
Discerning customer.
Anyone else going to attempt to do the same?
No.
I'm not there yet, I don't think.
Turn out Alvaro's been jogging all night
Not all night.
on the block.
No, when you guys all left, the party, the two of you snuck off. I said I was going to catch up with you guys, and I went off in the opposite direction. So,
Okay.
Wait, are you talking about the night before?
no, this morning you guys said so.
We snuck.
Snuck / were observing, make sure you weren't getting followed. Demarius refused to sneak, and I said I'll meet you guys later, and I went off in the opposite direction in a light jog.
Gotcha. I missed that part. Sorry.
It's all good. There were a lot of jokes flying at the same time.
Yep, I caught it. So, Muffinita has their private bath. Everyone else is in the private communal bath. Muffinita, you have the options of people sponge bathing you and giving you the fuck.
That's what's offered.
Can I have that without the sneezes?
Nope, sneezes are required.
They come with the
Woo!
sneeze.
They call it a pepper ending.
Oh, that came out of nowhere. But anyway, Avril, how long are you off jogging?
Probably like it's still early morning. Probably I'll do a round around the dot. Where can you ping on the map where this thing is?
It is right there.
Okay,
Number 5.
number 5.
It's,
So
it's
I
actually a
would
B.
Oh, okay.
probably going around up around here. So
Yeah.
whatever the appropriate amount of time would have been for that.
Yeah. I'm just assuming just a nice leisure jog.
Yeah.
All right. You show up maybe 45 minutes after them.
Okay.
Nice crisp sweat in place.
Yeah.
You feel energized and refreshed.
I'll go up to the counter. It's like, hey, was a group here? 4 of them and a bear.
You want to join them?
There's probably no chance that water's still warm, is it?
It's warm. We have sorcerers on hand to make sure the water stays warm.
Fancy. Yeah, I'd like to join them, please.
1 gold, please.
All right.
Take your gold. One of the attendants leads you to the bath. Let's see. It would be 3 of you. What are the 3 of you doing in said bath?
Baiting?
I'm sorry, I just assume with Ted and Leland, there's shenanigans happening.
Well,
On
we're
a
mostly
scale of
bathing,
0
but
to
also
100
splashing a bit.
Yeah, on a scale of 0 to 100%, how much of the water is outside of the bath right now?
I feel like the first 15 minutes was Ted or Leland convincing Ted to get all the way into the bath.
Is it deep enough for Ted to get all the way into the bath?
If he crouches down.
There you go. Isn't that nice, Ted?
Rawr.
Can feel your muscles relaxing.
He's sad his luscious scent is dissipated. Is there a group effort to wash the giant bear? Like a Great Dane?
So he'll get poofy.
Sure. What's that get me?
Reputation points with the bear.
I don't even really know what other skill you would go off of, like, for trying to. What skill does one use to bathe a bear?
Luck.
We'll go perception. Ah, well.
All right.
I figure we're gonna scrub him like a normal person.
Taking the time to bathe and use all the wash and scrubs, and there's
Have a
clippers to
shampoo.
trim up your
They
haircuts and your
simply use it as
mustaches.
shampoo.
Right? Who has a mustache?
Oh, just throwing it out there. Everything you would need to smell fresh and clean yourself up is available. Only person that doesn't have to do any of it for themselves is Muffinita.
So what was this option? I get my own sponge bath?
Yep, sponge bath.
Hells yes.
They clip your nails. They trim your hair. Towel dry you. You literally have to do nothing. It's all done for you if you want it.
Yes, please. I needed this.
They feed you cherries, and there's a 1 in 100,000% chance that you'll hit one with a pit.
Hey, where's Smuffinita?
Oh, she got her own bath.
That's an option?
I mean,
Very fancy.
I guess, because she's not here, unless... Lavanita, are you here?
It was 10 plat. Or, sorry, it was plat.
10 gold.
Well,
Off the menu options.
fancy.
It's a bath.
I don't know. Sometimes it's the only creature comfort you can get on the road.
You've spent your fair time in different bathhouses through your years, Van.
It's never underestimate the value of a good bath.
That's why I don't. That's why I'm here. Trust me. I've spent a long time in a bag. I've come to appreciate the finer things in life.
In a bag?
Yes. Is it a thing you carry things in?
No, I know what. Yes, I know what a bag is. How'd you get there?
I was not brutally murdered and then imprisoned in it. Sort of. I think I used the right term. When you hold somebody, not really hostage, but for their own safety, it's a long and complicated story. How much time do you have?
In a bath, we have
Until
all day.
sundown.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to lay out the entirety of the story about how he was a goblin.
Was a goblin.
Yep, we're gonna start it out there. So when I was a normal goblin,
A normal and you got
my tribe attacked a big, was it a town?
It's a city.
A city, and it didn't work out too well. I was captured by a man named Alistair, and they were going to brutally murder me, but he was like, no, we're not going to do this. He deserves a fair trial. And
actually, he would have been saying this. No, he deserves a fair trial.
Right. You're 100% right. There we
He
go.
didn't sound like that when his helmet was off.
Well, no, performance check. So, no, he doesn't. So,
You try to do it naturally, but it doesn't work. So you grab a bucket and speak into it, so it sounds like this.
Yeah. Puts a bucket on head and says, "No, he deserves a fair trial." And they're like,
What's his name, Bane?
"So I need to protect him." And they couldn't take me anywhere to give me a fair trial because, well, to be honest, goblins aren't really looked upon as favorable people.
So,
And then,
did you ever? How long until you got this fair trial? Did you ever?
all right, I think I never actually did. I spent roughly, I think, a year. Hang on,
Less than
11 months, 17 days, 26 hours, and 47 seconds. And then,
Good gravy.
yeah, well, he let me out of the bag. Like anytime I needed to go to the bathroom, that I told him.
Yeah, but that wasn't just for your benefit, I'm sure.
I got fed. He was super nice-ish.
Huh.
You know, I don't know how many of you guys have ever been imprisoned in a bag before, but
Just
there are
don't
way
put it
worse
on it.
places you could be imprisoned. Trust me. I grew up in
Yeah.
a goblin village.
I can't say that I've ever been imprisoned in a bag.
I mean, I got a wicked hangnail once from it.
Nice is definitely a way to describe it.
I mean, when comparatively being thrown into a pit of fire or chopped up and left on the road to bleed out to death.
Ooh, I know that one.
What? But anyways, no. Afterwards, he let me go. I was released. I don't believe I ever had a trial. And if I did, I didn't know about it. And I went back home, and it kind of sucked. So I went back to his home, and then he gave me a home and taught me how a lot of things. Well, his wife, Ameko. I'm gonna have trouble always pronouncing that. She taught me how to read and write and make soup and dress myself properly and
Soup is
bathe.
delicious.
And Alistair taught me where I shouldn't be hit with sharp objects. And then he taught me where to hit people with sharp objects. And then told me that I needed to be good and honorable and to use my skills for changing people's perceptions on goblins. And Ameko taught me how to tie my shoes. Yeah.
All from a bag.
Well, I don't think they didn't teach me while I was in the bag.
Well, no, yeah.
I learned about trees, I learned about people, and I learned it's really hard to convince people to trust goblins. I've been kicked out of a lot of towns. But this bathhouse is nice.
It sure is. It sounds like you could really use it.
You can get a lot. You can be pretty comfortable with just like a pound of soap and some running water. It's not that hard.
That's very true.
Some sand to exfoliate your skin.
Meanwhile, Ted is sitting in the middle of the bath with the biggest soap afro ever. Playing with a little rubber ducky.
Rubber ducky.
Accidentally swats the rubber ducky into somebody.
Thump. Squeak.
I was washing my crevice. Who did that?
Rawr. Points at
Why is
Demirius.
Why is there a rubber ducky in my butt crack?
All right. Bassar had some stories shared. Plot shenanigans. You all finish your baths at the same time. Leisure bath time takes its place.
Means Everall got a short bath. Bummer. It's probably better for you. It won't come out all wrinkly.
where do you wish to go next?
I suppose. Where are we at? Are we at midday yet?
Oh, it's late morning.
I feel like we're actually, if we don't take time, we're going to get there too soon. Thoughts?
Do we want to just hit up the tavern that's nearby, the stables? I think that's the one that you guys have previously been to, right?
Number 6?
With the compass rose or whatever the heck.
Yes.
Yeah, do we want to head to that tavern and we can just
The Flower and
Eat.
Compass.
take it easy there until it's time to head to the funeral?
Are you
Sounds
going
good
to
to
dress in
me.
your nice digs now, or are you going to wait to change until closer to the time?
I'll change into my nice stuff now, and then I will not stealth around like a loony on the way there.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I don't even know if I have nice clothes, but
You do not.
yeah, well, I'm going to just, I don't know, dust off my clothing and put it back on.
Well, we should probably get him some clothes.
The tailor's somewhat on the way. Right there. Oops.
Yeah, we should probably at least get you something that's vaguely close, or at least less road worn.
Okie dokie.
Not that it's bad. It's just road worn.
I just don't think, well, we can see if there's anything nice for Ted.
I mean, I think Ted's fine, but if you want, we can get him a hat.
A top hat, of course, right?
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds awesome.
It's very sophisticated bear attire.
Well, let's do it.
So I understood right. You're heading towards the tailor first, then the Rose and Compass.
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably would be the best because we can just cross
sorry, the
bridge
Flower
with
and Compass.
Taylor and then backtrack up to the. So go and then travel up this road to get to the Rose and Compass after crossing this bridge. Hopefully, not getting hit by this snake or river body cleansing device.
All right, so you head into the tailor, which you find a nice gnomish man that you have met before.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello. Good day to you.
Hello.
I was wondering, if you could find something that we could get almost immediately to make him look appropriate for a funeral for the Blades.
Ah, yes, they do have a funeral today, don't they? Well,
They do.
the gnome skitter scatters, around the counter, pushes Leland in front of some mirrors and takes some measurements real quick. Gets all up in your
Oh.
business.
Oh my. Oh, okay. All right.
Then skitters off and goes, I assume you want something similar to the other outfits, yes?
Yes, and we were looking for something for the bear, a hat, if you would. And
Turns
he
and
said,
looks and
what
goes,
was-
oh, there's a bear.
What was
It's
it
always
called?
a
A top hat?
A top hat for a bear.
Is,
Okay.
Is that bad?
Find something new every day. Continues on. Comes back with a scholar's outfit for you, Leland.
Oh, this is nice.
I don't have time to make any alterations to it, but it will fit and you'll look nice. And then
Excellent.
this top hat, grabs just a top hat, walks over to the bear, sets it on his head, and it stays, and goes, there we go. Fancy bear.
Okay, Ted, try it out. I imagine Ted stands up and then tips his hat and then hops back down on all fours.
How much for your time and pleasure, sir?
Well, it's 5 gold for the outfit, and we'll call it 1 silver for the hat.
You have
Perfect.
an extra hat? I would like a hat too. I am instantly jealous.
Well, of
I
course. Grabs
I
a
will put-
somewhat smaller hat and provides it to you, Leland. That'll be 5 gold,
excellent.
2 silver.
I will put
There you
10
go.
gold down on the table
Oh,
because I always prefer to tip my tailors.
Ah, you are most generous.
very
Scoops up the
nice.
gold, and there you are. Would you like a receipt?
No, you're not planning on returning those, are you? I'll ask Leland.
No. Especially not if it's a gift. And never these top hats. Oh my goodness gracious, look at me. And I just like stare in the mirror while I look at my top hat.
No, I think we're okay. But thank you, though.
All right. Enjoy the funeral, I think. Yes, enjoy the
Thank
funeral.
you.
Okay. As best as one
Wave
can.
bye, Ted.
Rawr.
Good job. I think we're getting so good at our manners.
And then to the flower and compass.
Yes.
Takes you a moment to get there. Where's my sheet? 1, 2. Levi, roll me a d4.
I was waiting for this. I actually just wrote, the trip there is uneventful, and then in brackets I put for once, and was about to write, Levi didn't have to roll something.
I need the party to roll reflex saves, please.
Save. He's not very good. Just kidding.
Ted needs to roll 1 as well.
Oh, right.
I swear to God, you covered in piss again.
That has a way better reflex than I do.
Animal instinct.
Amidst the journey, the party hears, "Look out below!" as a chamber pot is thrown out the window.
Dodge.
Everyone seems to be able to dodge it, except Demirius.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
We just got clean. Oh, what rubbish.
Ah!
Demirius just disassociates, looking at the horizon. Steam slowly coming out of his ears.
Ah! Terribly sorry, I did say watch out below! And away the man goes back into the window.
I imagine this happened literally. He hucks the chamber pot as he says, look out below. But only after he's literally started the pour process.
Yes, exactly that.
Oh my god.
What an arsewipe.
Fuming, Demirius is going to turn around and say, I am going back to the bat. I will meet you at the tavern.
Do you have prestigitate?
No, I'm not. It's like a wizard skill.
I just off chance.
Mean.
Anyone?
I feel like we're just going to get a scroll of it from now on.
No, it's not on my list.
he starts to stomp off and mantra-ing to himself, I am a good war priest. I am a good war priest.
I just looked, and you can't even ask the cleric at the tavern to do it because they don't have
No,
it either.
it's not a cleric spell.
Hope it's an arcane spell.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Does anyone
feel
go
like-
with Demirius to the bathhouse?
I could go back to the bathhouse. That was fun. This time we've had more room.
All right, so Leland, Ted, and Demirius goes to the bathhouse. Everyone else goes to the Flower and Compass.
Yep, sounds good.
Yep.
We'll start with Team Bathhouse. What category are you paying for this time?
The one that does laundering as well.
I should ask.
They should. Most bathhouses,
Yeah.
even in medieval times, did laundering as well.
Yep, they'll do laundering. Actually, quite affordable.
Oh yeah, I would like to do that too.
Doesn't do you a world of good to pay for a bath and then put the same gross.
Oh no, I would spend my time cleaning it too.
So, what category are you going to enjoy?
I think just the one gold private one again, and then laundering services.
So,
Yeah, fine.
for all of it, 2 people, a bear, and laundering, 5 gold.
Okie dokie. I can get it this time.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Take one.
How far is the bathhouse from where this person is just swinging piss buckets?
You guys were probably right about here when it happened.
And where's the bathhouse?
Right here.
Oh, okay. So it's
About
not like
a-
Big Bathhouse is paying this guy to soak people with urine all the time for
No.
driving up business. Okay.
So it's a little under halfway there.
All right, so the trio takes their time in the bath, well, and waiting for the laundering to happen. The rest of you going into the Flower and Compass. You spot, what's her name?
Out of curiosity, is there a bard in there?
No, there doesn't seem to be a bard in there currently.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because it's a level 0 bard spell as well, so there is a minute possibility.
No, no bard.
There you go. Demiris just needs to take a level in bard. It'll be fine.
Miss Quinton is behind the bar, looking quite fancy herself even. What do the 3 of you wish to do while in said establishment?
Rolling absolutely terrible diplomacy, but still greet. Hello, and how fare thee today, fine lady?
Oh, you're back. I hope you don't need any clerical assistance. You all look well.
No, we're just here for a table and some lunch.
And something to drink.
All right. Well, find yourself a table. She then takes a curious look at you, Avril. Have you been working out?
A little.
It shows.
Thanks.
Hang on
Huh.
a sec.
Well, find yourself a seat.
How has Averil changed?
Avril, how do you think how has your changes seemed to develop so far?
Probably a little leaner. Like you see it a lot in the like now that you like sit and look at it, you see it in the face. Kind of things have tightened up a little bit, as well as like kind of the arms a little bit. There's a little bit more definition there.
Ah,
What? It's been 2 days. Is this magic steroids?
Yeah, you lost a little bit of the baby face.
Well,
You do look good. Anyways, stare at you an uncomfortable amount of time. Which is
And-
approximately 6 seconds.
the specials are bison ramen with onion with a glass of whiskey, dire pig pie with sharp cheese and a tankard of beer. And they're fresh out of the import. But they have elk pie and a tankard of beer.
Did you say ramen?
I did say ramen.
I'll have one of those.
All right, that would be 5 silver.
Done.
I'll go with the elk pie.
That will be 5 silver. And for you, Avril,
oh, the same, please.
that'll be 5 silver. I'll get it out to you as soon as possible. I'm going to go a little
Thank you.
slow because I don't want to soil my funeral attire. Are you all attending the funeral as well?
Yes.
Well, it would be nice to have some shining faces. Where is your other compatriot?
Oh, he got pee thrown on him and poop. So, he's taking his second bath of the day.
That is very unfortunate. Ah,
Yes, indeed.
will he be joining you shortly?
I believe he said he would meet us there. So,
Well, we're expecting 3 more probably in an hour.
Well, I'll keep the kitchen open for them. I'm sure you said 3 more. Did you? You must have some
Oh, yeah,
stories
yeah,
to
yeah.
share.
Oh, yeah, so this is going to sound weird, but probably better to warn you in advance than to surprise you with this. One of them is a bear, albeit a very well-behaved bear.
Oh, there's definitely a story here. Let me get you your drinks and put your order in, and I want to hear all about it. And off she goes. How long does Team Bath take at the bathhouse?
Feel
Listen,
like
I'm there for a good time, not a long time. I'm not
I'm back.
exactly enjoying things.
I think Leland and Ted are mostly just having fun in the water since we've already cleaned ourselves once. So we're mostly killing time while we wait for Demarius and for clothing to be cleaned.
All right.
Hey,
However
Um,
long I need to clean myself for clothes to be done.
It'll probably take about a half hour for the close.
Then that's how long we take.
It's about 45
Yeah.
minutes before the other trio make it back to the Flower and Compass. Who
And
told
remember,
this?
Ted, upright and tip your hat to the doormen on the way in, and they won't ask any questions. It'll
There
be
is no
fine.
doorman.
There's no doorman. Ted, we're gonna get in scot-free.
Who told the tale of your adventures to Miss Quinton?
I guess I could.
Give me a perform check.
mine's a -1, so probably you.
Where even is that? Oh,
Right under perception.
that's not bad.
You can do it at advantage.
Ah, God damn it. We'll take the first.
We will take the first. It's a very engaging story. You even capture the attention of a couple of the other patrons that are in there. And Demarius, Ted, and Leland come in at the tail end of the story.
Hey, all right. They're talking about us.
right at the pee, the pee hitting Demiris in the face part of the story. Please don't. Please don't make that canonized. That'll probably not help.
See, Demirius, I told you it'd be a funny story later.
I don't think I would have told that story. I think we would have just told the stuff outside of the city, not like a bunch of the other intricacies around like somebody tried to assassinate us and stuff, but more that like we just went and helped,
A bunch
we
of
met a
druids.
druid and their bear companion and we helped them out with some stuff with their family. There was like a kidnapping and whatever, like, keep some of the necromancy and
I
darker
was gonna
shit
say probably keep the.
out.
We rescued some druids from peril.
Yeah.
That is quite the tale. Ah, Demirius, welcome back. I heard of your unfortunate run-in. Lunch is on me, honey.
Oh, thank you.
We take care of our own in these parts. You know that.
Ed, tip your hat to the nice lady.
Oh, what an adorable bear. You must be Leland the druid.
I am. And
Well-
he puffs out his chest and looks as like fancy and important as possible. With like a big smile.
So, of the bison ramen, the dire pig pie with sharp cheese, or elk pie, which one would you like?
Elk pie.
5 silver pieces there. Leland?
I think I'll take one of each for Ted. And what dealer's choice on mine, please. And thank you. Oh, and how much do I owe you?
That'll be 2 gold for the 4 meals.
Here you are. Thank you very much.
I'll get you your drinks. And you wanted the 3 drinks for Ted.
Oh,
Because each one came with
well,
a
yeah,
drink.
we'll split those 50-50, though.
Okay. So, through the time there, a bison ramen, a dire pig pie, and an elk pie goes to Ted with a beer and a glass of whiskey. She brings you the bison ramen for you, Leland, with a whiskey and a tankard of beer.
These noodles are delicious. What was it called again? Ramen? Never would have expected that to taste delicious. My goodness.
So,
Yeah,
amidst
I know.
all the time that it takes, this, we'll call it about 1 in the afternoon. You still have a little bit of time before the appropriate early time frame. You have about 3 hours. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Is there a lot of people in the tavern, or is it fairly
No.
quiet?
It's fairly quiet.
Then maybe we can just sit tight there and discuss what our next moves are with respect to Blackhand.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So, what are you guys thinking? We're gonna talk with the stable master guy after the funeral. He'll have done some poking around, but we still have targets on our backs. He's gonna know that we were not successfully dispatched.
Also, that we raided what might be one of his laboratories or bases.
Hmm.
I think the interesting part, what we can really formulate a plan, will probably come after the stable master gives us some info, because he's probably got a much better perceptive grasp on the inner city information.
Better network.
Maybe he might know who might have left those notes around town.
Possibly. Although it seems like that'd be something that might escape his notice. Because it doesn't seem that conspicuous, and
We can definitely ask, like, mention, hey, we saw some graffiti around this, so it seems like maybe not as secret as we initially thought. That there's like some necromancy going on.
yeah, I think it'll be good to get information from him before we make any final decisions. He's got a pretty good grasp on the like implications politically of what we could be accusing or making accusations about. And we might have to go back to the horrid place as I look at Muffinita for more information. You know, the ones with books. Opens up palms like a book.
My eyes narrow at you, and I just slowly shake my head.
What do you guys think of the bear's hat?
Yeah, do the thing.
Roar.
We really didn't luck out. We should have asked for a cane too.
Oh, damn it! You're so right. Fuck. Can we go back? Do we have time?
We could
Oh, it's
possibly.
probably fine. I'd have to hold it for Ted most of the time, but I could have a cane. Damn. Oh well. Be fine for next time.
That'll be plenty of time. But yeah, I got nothing beyond that. I mean, I don't know what else we really can do until we get more information beyond what we know, because until we can see what's going on in the city, all we have is just our speculations from the notes, but I don't think we have anything per se definitive that can connect where we just were, the raid on the druids, to Blackhand, right?
Right. I mean, I'm more than happy with the discussion thus far and the current plan of, hey, let's talk to that guy, go from there. Unless anyone else has stuff they want to do, I think it makes the most sense to just hang at the tavern till we head to the funeral.
Make like click and hit the fast forward button.
How many drinks are had amongst all of you during this time?
Just the one with lunch.
Yeah, Ted and I had two. I figure over the course of the hours we'll be fine.
Agreed.
Ted probably has another ramen because he really likes ramen. He just found out.
That'll be another 5 silver.
There you are. Yes.
And it came with another whiskey for Ted.
Yay! Oh wait. I should probably give this to... Oh yeah, for Ted,
No.
for Ted, right.
I mean, how much time do we have?
Yeah, plenty of time.
Okay. Let's see if I can diplomacies the tavern lady to see if I can watch the cook make the ramen so that I can make ramen.
I don't see anything
Maybe
wrong
you're
with
a
that.
genius.
She brings you back and introduces you to Leonard the Ogre. Where's the nice
Oh.
apron?
He's big.
Oh, Leonard's got a sweet face. He
Hello.
knows how to make really good ramen.
His apron says what's cooking good looking.
Aw. Is that for me or for you? I'll say to the innkeeper.
Oh, that's my apron.
So is that is what it says for me or for you?
I'm good looking.
Yeah.
Charming smile.
He's always.
Anyway, step by step, he teaches you how to make the bison ramen. And he explains that you can substitute the bison, obviously, with any other ingredients that you have at your disposal.
Yay. Do you need me to roll to try and remember all this, or I suppose I have a recipe book. I could just write
Yep.
it down.
So add it to your book.
Nice.
Bison ramen with onion. And then instead of handing it off to Miss Quinton, he hands it to you and goes, "Well, yeah, bring it off to that there bear."
Okay.
All right. Fast forward. The lovely tavern keeper goes, "Well, I need to close up. I don't suppose you fine individuals mind escorting defenseless little me to the funeral, would you?"
Not at
I
all.
wouldn't mind
Not
at all.
Delightful.
We are very fierce. You couldn't pick better companions to take you there.
She sends the staff home, kicks everyone else out, locks up, and it's about 4 o'clock as you mosey your way to the stables. As you get closer and closer to the gates that lead out to the stables, it is. It is everything along here. This is the entire stables. A lot of different buildings. They encompass armories and bunkhouses and storage facilities, the whole nine. Some of them are used for more clerical work, some are not. You're brought into the front doors. And you find people dressed very similar to Israel. The branded blades uniform, or the ceremonial garb, is black with red trim. It is a wool kilt, and on the left side there's a hanging chain. With Israel specifically, there's just one silver ring around that chain. But others that are amidst the branded blades, you find people with many, from copper, silver, gold. A couple more battle-hardened individuals are wearing platinum rings on those chains. Some of them have more than one chain that is filled with additional rings on it. Amidst and there's all manners of people gathering around small tables with hors d'oeuvres on them of different qualities. Some people are walking around with trays full of, I wouldn't say a full-size tankard, but like a half tankard full of mead, ale, beer, name it. It seems to be an event. Those of you who wish to make a perception may do such now. Alvaro, do you wish to make a perception? Leland?
No.
I will. I just had to figure out what it was.
GD.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
You don't peg this person out, Leland, just because you don't know who they are, but Israel, you do. You, off in the distance of the first courtyard that you're in, see castle guards and the one Duke of Elsad, but next to him, you see Henry Blackhand. Everyone else, through this situation, you see Brillavant and Oraim and Pixrin and Nyx, of people that you've met previously from the different stores. Oraim is the owner of the Tempered Chain. Pixrin is the owner of the tavern you got kicked out. Nyx is the owner of Nyx's Forge, the other blacksmith that you visited. You all can make assumptions that there are probably other major shop owners that are attending this event.
Okay.
What do all of you wish to do?
I will point out to everyone that where Blackhand is, and that he is in fact here.
Well, I'm not surprised.
No, but it's always good to know where possibly the person you're looking into is. Also, what do you think of these as a hold up on a hors d'oeuvres? Hors d'oeuvre.
You're holding up a little cracker with a slice of meat and cheese on top of it.
They're so small, yet so full of flavor.
Ted eats an entire tray effortlessly.
Ted, go easy, go
Oh,
easy. We just had
also eating the hors d'oeuvres on said tray.
food.
He licks the tray clean. Still a bear.
Yeah. Oh, Ted, I can't take you anywhere.
Suppose probably should mingle, meander about.
How would you like to go about it? Is there anyone looking to talk to anyone, meet anyone?
I'll head over to Brillavant.
Ah, Israel, hello.
Hello. So, I have something I need to ask.
Well, what is it?
Is there anything, like, specifically that I need to do? I don't really know what a funeral really entails.
Well, from what I've gathered, I don't have a lot of experience with the branded blades. But after the socializing hour, they will put Unglish to the funeral pyre to burn his body so he can join whatever deity he worshipped in the afterlife.
Oh.
I don't know his specifically, but most branded blades follow the teachings of Damarek.
We just used to burn bodies so that they didn't rot.
At this time, if you have knowledge religion, Israel, you can make a knowledge religion check.
Nope, it would just be a baseline check of knowledge.
And then you can't make it.
Yep. The most I could probably get out of it would be if there's anything local about him. Which there might be. But other than that, yeah, you're right. Oh crap, I actually had something I needed to ask.
Alright, while you think about that, we'll
Yep.
just go down the list. Leland and Ted, what are you doing?
I feel like we're just trying to like stay out of people's way.
It's easy to do.
Kinda sit,
The
like,
first courtyard is quite large.
Okay. Ted and I will people watch. well, I call it people watching, while Ted sits and watches all the fancy people, and Leland watches all the fancy people, and Ted probably starts to take a nap in the grass.
All right. Demarius.
Also, just kind of sitting on the side, people watching.
Miss Quentin actually will take your arm and bring you with her to introduce you to some other followers.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
There's a bard or two, a couple just adventurers. One of them seems to be among the branded blade even.
Huh.
Let me pull up the name as he introduces himself. His name is Bangdog. Bandagh. The Fierce.
Bane Dog the Fierce.
Yep.
Uh,
And he regales you with the tale of how he ended up with his name. Where he held the line fighting an uphill battle against a band of bandits that were tormenting a local town.
impressive. What does he look like? What is he?
He is about a 6'5" foot orc. Full orc. Big tusks. Kind of a more pastel green hue to his skin. He has one eye, the other one obviously lost in some sort of combat with a gnarled scar. And he's wearing a similar uniform as Israel, but decorated with more silver and gold rings.
Can I ask him what the rings symbolize?
Well, I mean, he takes some time to explain that each act of honor or combat is rewarded with a ring while they are on their different missions or assignments. He takes a gold one and he holds it and he goes, explains he got this one while exterminating a cobalt problem in a gold mine, and then proceeds to say he killed himself 45 kobolds himself.
Wow.
And there's a little bit more of a tarnished silver one, and he holds that one out and explains that when he got his rank, that was the ring that was on his chain initially.
So do the rings follow the rank then?
It doesn't follow the rank, he explains. It is more just line of accomplishments. Tends to be more accomplished, more chance of ranking up, per se. It doesn't... Stable Masters a Stable Master is the next spot that he could be promoted to. Not compared to Ogre Axe, where he's the Grand Stable Master. He runs the whole organization. But everyone below him who runs a so-called chapter is a Stable Master. Then he asks, would you like to meet my Axebeak?
Sure.
All right, then he takes you off on a walk towards the actual stables that houses all the different Axebeaks. His Axebeak's name is Melanie. All right, from Demirius to Muffinita. What do you wish to do?
Upon having the black hand pointed out to me, I just slip into the crowds and kind of just work the room while basically just watching him.
You're working the room in what way?
Like not talking to anybody or anything like that, but just like basically I'm now in surveillance mode of Mr. Blackhand. There's my stealth roll. I'm so glad that I didn't fuck that stealth roll up.
Only one way you could have done it better. As much as you're trying to...
I'm not trying to like listen to his conversations. I'm just keeping an eye on him and seeing just who he's talking to, that sort of stuff, while
Well-
also just staying far away to be inconspicuous.
Sleuthing.
He doesn't seem to
You're
be
sleuthing.
speaking to many people. He's more just sticking with the Duke. But in your notion to be inconspicuous, someone wearing more religious clothes approaches you.
Is it the religion police?
Evidently.
No, that would be the religious fire people.
That's because they're about to burn their religion into you.
I got to pull this person up. It is a male
Go on.
drow. And he approaches you and goes, "We don't see many halflings here. What brings you to such a gathering with the branded blade?"
I am with Israel the Bad.
"Oh, you know a branded blade. That must lead to fascinating adventures."
Yeah, we have our fair share of adventuring. I think that's fair.
"Do you take contract work by chance?"
It depends on the assignment, but if we're available, technically yes.
Oh, that is interesting. Let me introduce myself. I am Bishop Theamore of the Church Asmodeus. You can make a religion check if you have it.
I might.
You have knowledge religion.
Nope, I don't.
Mm.
Asmodeus? Like Asmodeus?
I have nobility and local.
Nope, not good enough.
What if I take the O and the I's from nobility? And I have a bunch of characters in Dungeoneering. There's an R and E. We can make and a G. We can make religion out of those letters.
You know what? You're right.
Can I roll at disadvantage?
No, but pegging you not knowing of his religion, he's now going to bore you the details to try and convert you.
Like reading from a book.
Well, he can try.
Right. Let me tell you this one of a story of Asmodeus. Proceeds to pull out book.
No, he's just
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior?
speaking in
Asmodeus?
vague pretenses, trying to peg you if you would be a good follower, per se.
Convert.
I will tell him politely that, sorry, but I follow Oladama.
Oh.
Oladamara. Sorry, the text cut off. Oladamara. That one.
Please tell me he just gets a scrunchy face and proceeds to like sour face himself out of existence.
I need to pull up the deity. I don't even remember how to spell that.
I will put it in chat.
Thank you.
That's. We're just gonna call her Ollie. Ollie for short. Ollie Damara.
Doesn't get a scrunchy face, but definitely does not like it.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Hmm. He kind of gets that. I don't know if I have to puke or poop look on his face.
But you're stuck in a minor conversation with him. But it's not engaging enough where you lose sight on Blackhand.
I don't know if you want to mention the word minor and priest in the same sentence.
Damn.
On that note, Averil, what is it that you wish to be doing?
I don't like the implication of that sentence.
I wasn't technically there for it, so it never got sent.
Averil, what is Averil doing?
Just polite partying, occasionally grabbing an hors d'oeuvre, just camping at a table, nodding at people who make eye contact, down for respect kind of situation. But
Roll me a will save, please.
all right.
You do notice on a nearby table some branded blades are doing feats of strength, mostly arm wrestling. You don't feel the compulsion, but it definitely draws your attention.
I was hoping they were actually doing like gambling with fillet fingers. Finger fillet, finger fillet.
Just kind of walk over and watch them, just within the area kind of situation. Kind of like how if you've ever been to a big party, you kind of like buzz around, kind of check different groups, and then move on to the next one kind of situation.
While you're standing
At
by,
a polite distance.
you see a particular muscular human, be it a half orc, but they take notice of you, and he kind of chuckles and goes, "Ha, not like an elf could win at this."
Probably not, but I'm willing to try in honor of the bad.
He hums a moment and goes, "Oh, you know a blade."
Yes, we were unfortunate enough to be the ones who found the previous Labad. One of my associates has now taken up the mantle.
Well, if you feel you wish to attempt this game, I'm sure you will put some coin on the line.
What's the wager?
How about a gold coin? Don't want to make it too rich for your delicate fleshy bits to lose your entire coin purse.
So is this guy just a stereotypical meathead racist?
Pretty much.
That's how I'm pulling it.
Can Whelan and Ted sense the rampant douchebaggery nearby?
Ted gets a Metal Gear Solid alert noise whenever somebody's being a racist nearby.
So do people detect when you hex them?
I don't know. It depends on their observational skills, I'd assume.
Yeah, they might see the red eyes or whatever.
Flash red, misfortune. Fail arm wrestling rules.
Yes. Well. Yeah, I'll put a coin to that. I'm sure in honor of the bad.
All right. He puts the coin down on the table. Another branded blade, plays judge on this. Give me a strength check.
All right.
Look at that roll.
Bad.
It goes back and forth a little bit, but your strength seems to overwhelm, and down flat his hand goes. You are victorious.
Hell yeah.
He laughs for a minute and goes, well, tickle me surprised. You're much stronger than I thought you would be. And he holds his hand out to shake yours.
I return in Arnold Schwarzenegger, you son of a bitch vibes.
What's the matter? CIA got me pushing too many pencils.
He's not a tumor.
Go! Get to
And-
the chopper!
Amidst the show of strength, you get a few appreciative nods of acknowledgement.
Come with me if you want to live.
In the corner of your HUD, it goes, ding! The branded blades will remember this.
A new member has touched the beacon.
There are so many.
But were they
mysteries
inspired?
flowing through my head right now that I'm choosing not to do?
Should always surrender to temptation.
No.
Hold on.
Um,
I think I have something in my soundboard for this.
Remember, when always dealing with orcs, half-orcs, and other creatures, a good solid, unexpected headbutt when you're being actively insulted is never a bad thing.
there's no other quotes in my head that are appropriate for this moment. But we'll nod in return. The handshaking kind is like, well, to you all. I hope. What was the name of the previous the bad?
Unglish.
I hope Unglish is as joyous in afterlife as you are in life. Cheers.
Conveniently, they scoop up a handful of tankards, put one in your hand, and they are embracing more conversation with this strange elf that beat them in a feat of strength. Amidst the party going, more and more people start showing up. Is there anything anyone else wish to be doing?
Any children?
There's a lack of children.
Okay.
Was there anyone, what I was going to ask is, anyone politically of importance in the conversation with Brillamont and all like the important figures and things, how a diplomat would need to know and who to visit and why to visit them, kind of as a continuation of what I was also asking.
He mentions that he saw the Duke and his advisor, but short of that, most of the important quote unquote political figures would be different branded blades of rank.
Oh, it's more like a conduct that one would do, like a real kind of like more of a
He expresses as a branded blade.
How to pick people out and whatnot, and how to treat them accordingly. Like examples of like the Duke himself is not part of the branded blades, as far as I'm aware.
Most of it, the branded blades hold a high respect in El Sad, where that's why you're going to find different shop owners and different people who have wealth here paying their respects. He points out Nella Tinley, which, as he says, is the owner of Diamond Trinkets, and that would be a female half-orc.
Mm-hmm.
He mentions that you may wish to speak to Kriga Kinsley, who's a stable master of a city to the north of Elsad.
What was their first name? Or
Kriga. Creega.
Kriga Kingsley.
Who is a female half-orc.
From the something to the north village or
A city
stable
to the north.
name drop the city?
He's not familiar with the city, so he just knows she's from the north.
Okay. And it's mostly just kind of like more mentoring when it comes to diplomacy and such. Because he gave me his book. So it's more like just you have any helpful tidbit notes on how to conduct yourself accordingly.
At an event like this, he's at a loss because he's never attended one.
Oh, I'll just ask about other events that he does know about, because it's not like this is the only place I'm going to be.
And he'll give you some guiding words of wisdom on how to navigate, such as be respectful.
Taking time to learn the customs of the land.
Correct.
Reading up on it. Try to be as prepared as humanly possible, and then try to catch yourself up on any current events, all that jazz. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Leland and Ted, still people watching?
Yeah, still people watching, trying to be inconspicuous. I imagine Ted's probably snoring a little bit.
Yeah.
Figured if there's anybody like curious or like animal friendly,
A couple people come by and appreciate seeing a bear amongst the group. Not every
Not just
day.
any bear. A bear
Someone
with
has-
a top hat.
I ask them if they wanna pet the belly of a bear.
And many take you up on the opportunity.
I'm
Ted,
sure Ted loves it.
Ted enjoys every second of it.
Yes.
Demirius, while you're in the stables with Bang Dog, he introduced you to Melody, the Axebeak, who also seems to have seen her fair share of combat. But the Axebeak is loving and not aggressive.
Does it let me pet its feathers?
She does.
Hell yeah. I guess I'll make the comment. Got quite the bird here. Seems you both have your own fair share of stories.
She has saved me many times. She is the most worthy companion I could ask for. She has kept me warm in the mountains of... Hold on. I got the mountains of Shrek. Sorry. Cirque. That's an H-R, not an H.
So if you call a mountain range
Wait.
Shrek, you're never getting away with it. I just want you to know that.
Yep.
Wait.
There's a swamp named Shrek. No.
Get off my mountain! Which mountain is yours? All of them!
Demirius's ears perk up when he hears Shirk.
To be fair, Shrek was an ogre, so like this would be an appropriate place.
Oh, what was it? You've okay. Shirk was the last rumored or last place where Valoria's shrine was? Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Do I know where Shirk is?
You have...
At least in relation to where we are? I guess west.
Yes, it's to the west.
Obviously west. I will ask. You've been to Shirk.
I have.
What do I want to ask? How far is Shirk from here?
Oh. Let me roll a check, see if you can figure that out. Probably 1,800 miles, give or take. I don't know. Roll a survival check.
Player me is like, what?
That's probably pretty decent. Kind of
Yeah,
ish gauge.
not quite that.
Due north, far.
8, 2, 5.
And
Not that.
give me a knowledge. I don't want to use local, but that might be the one.
Geography.
Yeah, geography. That's the one I was looking for.
I ain't got that.
You can do it at disadvantage. Yeah, you don't have
I
a clue.
ain't got that. I ain't got that.
Suddenly, the survival actually makes a lot more sense.
I would like to roll decently. That'd be great.
That would be nice.
Hey, better you get that in a skill check than an actual attack roll.
When were you last in Shirk? What was it like?
Cold. It was very cold. At least once you get up into the mountains. The coast is tempered. But I was probably back there 5 years ago on personal business.
Do I know anything about Shirk?
Yeah. Roll me a d20.
Guess I should go to the fucking library. Maybe if I put the slash in the right place, I can do the command.
Yeah, you have some knowledge on Shirk.
Does it?
You know it's a monarchy. You know that as you get to the center of the nation, it gets more mountainous and cold, especially as it travels west. You know, it's a huge land mass that the kingdom oversees. You know that they have tense relationships with the Principality of. Sorry, I have to zoom in on my map here so I can read this name. With the Principality of Shimar. It's not hostile. They just don't see eye to eye, but they still manage to keep trade routes open. You know, the mountain ranges extend through the west of Cirque into Shimar, but the nation is generally peaceful.
Okay. Does it seem so? There's like an actual like nation of Shirk. There's like city. It's a city.
Their cities, you know, also that their capital is called Skaith. Skathe.
Hmm. Okay, so it wouldn't be. Okay, so I would have the basic understanding that it wouldn't feel weird that he went there for personal reasons.
Give me a perception or sense motive. Sorry.
I have +10 in sense motive.
Not unreasonable. You still pick up that the personal reasons might be tied, Valoria.
I'll ask him how he knows Miss Quentin.
Well, the same way you do. The flower and compass is the chapel here.
Are you to say you're also a follower of it?
I am.
Well, things make a lot more sense now.
Oh, I wasn't. I didn't mean to deceive you.
No. It was not on you. I was just curious why Miss Quentin would introduce me specifically to yourself.
There's not many of our followers in Al-Sad, but you're not alone.
So these personal reasons, do they have anything to do with the Shrine of Valoria?
It's rumored to be on top of one of the peaks there. I was unable to find it. I felt a pilgrimage would bring me closer to her. But maybe it did. It gave me many stories to tell.
We do love our stories, don't we?
I'm sure you have plenty of your adventures as well. Come.
Oh, yes.
Tell me a story over a drink. And he starts to lead you out of the stables.
I will follow.
Muffinita, you finagle your way out of a religious conversation. What are you wishing to do? Anything further other than watching?
No. I'm just gonna try and not have other people talk to me while I continue spying.
Sleuthing. Sounds better.
Oh,
Warily watching.
you were unable to stave off people. As a well-dressed... Hold on, what is he? I have so many tabs open. A well-dressed half-orc approaches you. He goes, well, this is a new face I've never seen before. I must know. And he slaps his hand on a nearby table. Why haven't you come to the Broken Rooster?
Is that a tavern?
It is. It is the best tavern in the city.
Oh. Whereabouts are you located?
And he starts rattling off, crossroads and whatnot. You can't miss it. In front, there's a big rooster missing its head. That's why we're called the Broken Rooster.
Huh.
You don't need to roll
Well-
sense motive on this. You can tell it is not the best tavern in the city.
I'll put it on the list of places to go before I leave your brilliant city.
Ah, that's wonderful. We actually supplied all the kegs for the event. He waves down a thing, grabs a tankard, and puts it in your hand. You must try one.
Okay, I will have a sip and
It tastes just like ale.
pretty good. Thank you.
And rounding the corner with Alvarel. Do you continue your conversations with the gaggle of branded blades, or do you mosey on?
Probably I'll mosey on once it's appropriate to do so. They've kind of when I know they've kind of gone through their polite anecdotes, I'll raise my tankard and I'll wander off.
All right.
Feeling blue? Come and pet the softest bear tummy in the forest. It'll cheer you right up.
I don't honestly understand why there hasn't been an orc that wanted to challenge Wrestle the Bear.
They know protocol. They'd probably get in trouble at this point.
Fair
Also,
enough.
it's a bear that's delivering belly rubs, so probably not like the challenge they're looking for.
Even the gruffest of branded blades are like, "Oh my god, it's a bear!"
Actually, the most tough-looking ones are probably going to be like that.
Yeah, pretty much. How did you
showing
tame this bear? Is amazing.
Didn't tame him. He's my brother.
No kidding. At this point, you all hear a horn sound.
Ruh-roh.
And it is the start of the funeral. And the sun's
Oh,
starting to go down. It's amazing how 2 hours blows by when you are having conversations with people and being shown act speaks and sharing drinks with people, or just sleuthing about, keeping an eye on a suspected necromancer.
solid horn right there.
You're initially in this courtyard, then you're brought out to the actual stable fields themselves. And in the center, there is a large unlit funeral pyre with a single body wrapped in white linens. Everyone joins together around that pyre. Muffinita and Israel recognizes Zurich Ogreax as the Grand Stable Master, having met him in the past. He has 4 chains hanging off his uniform, all decorated from all different materials. Anyone? Let's see. Avril and Demirius probably would be able to pick this out fairly easily. Israel notices as a material that has been made into weapons. I think all of you, minus Leland, who's not familiar with metals, recognizes there's even a few mithril rings on his chains. He gives a speech about honor and commitment to doing just acts and chivalry, basically. And that English might have died at duty, but has been replaced with another to hold his mantle. But he will, where his body burns on this pyre, his soul returns to Damarek in the afterlife to serve his deity. And at that point, the pyre is lit. And for a solemn 15-20 minutes, no one moves before Zurich dismisses the funeral detail and welcomes everyone for a feast to honor a fallen brother. Does the party stay for the feast?
Absolutely.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else think it's weird that like some of the metal bits on him are like polished way harder than the others? I just thought that was. Does that mean something?
Probably a different metal.
Huh. Okay.
Like if I pull out a copper, like nothing I can do will make if I sit down and polish this guy, and I'm putting a copper and a gold. This one, no matter what I do, will actually
I have
be
to step away for a
less
second.
reflective than this one. Copper actually becomes more reflective with polish than it does than gold can.
Oh, neat.
So I
I'm gonna pull out a copper coin, just start polishing the shit out of it.
yeah,
Trying to.
copper used to be used for mirrors primarily.
Oh, I could shine a little
Before
dot on the ground. How that head would chase it.
I thought
Maybe.
coppers were here to keep the peace.
no, they're here to enforce established norms.
I didn't realize that a copper coin could do that.
Like gold will do the same in a pinch. And it's really almost infinitesimally like different. Like, but copper's just cheaper and more abundant. So nobody's walking around with like a gold mirror.
No, God no.
Most
No.
people just have mirrors these days.
Well, you can polish any one of them. Probably brass would probably be one of the closest you can get other than copper that could be polished. So
Yeah.
a mirror shine where you can actually reflectively see yourself in.
As long as it's not one of those stupid magic mirrors, they have that delay in them, so it's hard to like do anything with them.
You get caught up talking, asking the mirror if you're the prettiest one of them all.
I'm the prettiest Leland around. Looks smug.
Yeah, stacking the deck. The only Leland in the entire city.
I mean, probably.
Who's the greatest Leland of them all? You're the only Leland. Ah, I am by default great. I am by default the greatest Leland. I never said that. I just said that you were the only Leland. the, the mirror refuses to stoke your ego.
See, I'm obviously the best.
You're just too stunned.
Oh, where has our DM gone?
He AFK'd himself for the moment. I think he said he had to step away for a moment.
While he's gone, we should just make a whole bunch of rolls.
That feels like tempting fate.
Make it seem like we're in a fight.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, nice. They're ascending. Oh, no.
With who?
Just make it really, really funny. We're just do them in a really weird order.
Go ahead, burn all your good rolls.
Yeah, some mediocre rolls, some good ones. Ah, see, there we go. We got one of the bad ones out of the way. Ooh, I am not good for healing. Oh, I'm gonna intimidate. Are you scared?
Hey, yep.
Ooh, yeah, nope. Definitely do. Wait, which one's that? Oh, is that acrobats?
Yeah.
Hang on. Ah! Nope, not good. Enough.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Whoever's talking in a foreign language, I kind of understand it. Oh, I know which one. Here we go.
Let's look at the distribution.
It's not bad.
2 20s, 3 1s,
It is
bunch of
definitely
10s and 9s.
It doesn't favor the middle very well.
Yeah,
What's-
it's interesting.
What skill do you guys think you use for polishing a copper piece?
Um,
Is
What's
there
probably craft.
tedium?
Yeah, I would say it's probably
You have 5 ranks in tedium.
yeah.
I feel like I should have way more than 5 ranks in tedium.
Yeah, it would probably be, I guess, craft metallurgy would be the best to kind of encompass that, because polishing a blade would be the same
Not doing so good.
concept.
I can't get the face off of the front of it.
Well,
And up my mirror.
I think you require a medium, a polishing substance like finite sand, mud. Sometimes they use clays. It's You ever watched carpenters work where they have like the pieces almost fit together and then they use like a rough coarse object to kind of take just a little bit off?
Polishing,
Yeah.
would that not like potentially be disabled device? Like it's a highly tactile task, no?
I'd still
Oh,
go with like knowledge. I'd go with craft metallurgy because that more or less encompasses any type of thing that you would do. And polishing is a pretty common thing among blacksmiths.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
So I think you could make the argument to how you're going, but at the same time, if you just literally have it under the same thing, like knowledge, jewelry would probably also encompass
Ooh,
the same
ooh,
thing.
go with me here. How about this? Polishing is the act of removing dirt and stuff, right? So what if you use sleight of hand to remove the coin from the dirt without the dirt knowing?
That'd be about the same as me saying I'm gonna escape artist the coin from the muck on it.
Yes.
He just literally is like, watch the coin that's covered in dirt. Yep.
Okay,
And then
let's
it's
give
just
this one a
perfect,
try.
this perfectly hollow mud.
Just falls to the floor.
Yeah.
And yoink it away from the dirt.
Immediately
I don't think that worked either.
yeets coin into somebody's mouth. Oh no!
Quick, Ted, the Heimlich.
Some poor one-eyed orc with his glass eye immediately gets his glass eye punked out by the coin and just has a coin in his eye. Throws off the player and he wins the arm wrestling. Hey, where'd my eye go? It's over there. Can't you see it? Yeah, I can't see a damn thing. Oh, that's the joke. It's over there to your right. He's missing his right eye. There's a giant octopus. Or quadrupus.
Oh, he's a happy octopus. Let's go make friends.
It's
I'll talk to
Cthulhu.
him.
It's Cthulhu.
That sounds like a lovely name. Hello, Mr. Cthulhu.
So is the quadrupus gonna fight the giant serpent up at the other side of the river? Hey, rare.
My money's on the quadrupus.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
The king quadrupus. Oh, don't worry. Nothing happened. I mean, a whole scale war happened, and you were just gone. So no worries.
Oh,
I
is that
tried
all?
twice to polish this thing. Once with it was with Muffinitas tactics. I was going to yoink the coin away from the dirt. That didn't seem to work very well. And then polishing, I can't get the damn face off. So just going to keep trying.
Have you tried peeing on it?
Oh damn! I'm good at that.
Ironically, that is a very good way to actually tarnish copper and brass.
I don't think I'm allowed to do that here though. This is supposed to be a posh thing, I think.
All right,
Fun
so
fact.
the feasts are actual full-size tankards, some bigger than others. There's big boars
Coin forgotten.
roasting, elks roasting. There's desserts of all kinds, from tarts to pies to cake. There is countless things that could be dined on. There's more tables and chairs out, so you can sit while eating if you so choose. Collectively, what do you guys do? There's a head
Something
table
comes,
also
you can drink.
that Zurich is sitting at, along with the Duke and Blackhand, and a couple higher ranking individuals with the branded blades. There happens to be a table close to their table that is open even.
Open
But it-
table is open invite. Food.
Where and what?
Leland and Ted want to enjoy it, but how far away from it is from the yard?
It's taking place in the entire thing, so
Oh hell yeah! So I think that Leland will go get him and Ted food while Ted just kind of camps out their spot on the grass, and then they'll just eat in the grass, not to like take up a whole bunch of room with a bear and whatnot.
okay. Everyone else?
I'll sit at the table.
I'll stick with the group.
Demarius Alvaro?
I would eventually find the group probably with a plate.
All right. A couple other branded blades join you at the same table. They seem to be jockeying for quote unquote favor and position more appropriately. Everyone but Leland and Ted can make a perception.
Neat.
Rolled down there for a moment. I thought I was Averil Swan Dam. Nice.
Muffinita? Avril and Muffinita, you take notice. Someone bringing a plate to Zurich pours something into his food before setting it down. What do the two of you do?
Like, does it look like it would be somebody tampering with the food, or is this like, I don't know, pouring maple syrup on a stack of pancakes?
Does not look like pouring maple syrup on the pancakes. Roll sense motive otherwise.
I would like to cast detect poison, please.
Shit.
Looks like it seems to you, Muffinita, it's just maple syrup on pancake kind of situation. Alvarel, you know for a fact there is now poison over that area.
Okay. Hey, guys, can you join me for a second here?
Sure, yeah.
Would there not be a bigger sense of urgency?
Yeah, it was like, hey, can you guys join me for a second here?
Are you standing up or?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, okay.
I'm asking you all to join me as I
Yep.
approach the table.
Yep. No, that's
Hey,
and I'm sorry,
hey,
this
it looks
was.
it looks like we're doing something. Let's go see what's going on.
This is to Zurich, right?
Yes.
Okay. Zurich was a shop owner or something.
Zurich
No, he's
Ogre
like,
Axe.
he's his
head
table
honcho.
master.
Oh, thank you. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
I will approach as we approach the table at the front.
He is
excuse
fork
me,
in
Zurich.
hand, about to take a
Zurich,
bite.
Zurich, hey, sir, please. I regret to actually.
Spit it out.
I would.
I'm trying to eat here.
I apologize for the interruption, but your food has been poisoned.
He sets his fork down gently. And what proof of this do you have?
How would I explain magic proof.
Can I just say, like, I'll just blurt out, I saw someone pour something on your food.
Let me see.
And Ted's nest poison.
Yeah, I can. It's not going to be very good, but I could. No, I won't. I won't do it. As a part of my training, sir, with the alchemical arts, I was able to determine that something in the area was poisoned, and confirmed with my compatriot who saw something being poured into your food or presented on your food.
Roll diplomacy with advantage.
Diplomacy.
Can I help?
You are with advantage.
Oh, I don't need to roll for the +2 then.
Nope.
Okay, got it.
It
With
says here under the detect poison, you can roll a DC 20 craft alchemy to discern what type of poison it is.
Yeah, it wasn't going to do very well.
Oh, okay.
I don't have many ranks in it.
yeah, you can identify the poison.
Yeah,
But with what conversations you've had in the past with Zurich and with Muffinita and Israel being both there, even with what seems to be a low diplomacy check, it still passes. And he stands and looks for the person who served him, and he's trying to slink away, which he waves to some branded blades to snatch him up. And at that point, he turns to the Duke and apologizes to him with I have some matters to attend to. And the Duke nods and goes, and understands and proceeds to not eat his own food. And
Bit of wisdom in that one.
bids himself an early evening from the festivities before him and his royal guards, Black Hand in tow, leave the event. Zurich wishes for your gaggle of company to follow him.
Sorry, the Duke and the Black Hand
Yes.
and the Royal Guards, they leave.
They leave.
Zurich goes to presumably enhanced interrogate said attempted poisoning.
Correct.
And did he bid us to follow, or
Yes,
you
he
guys
did.
can just? Oh, then I
Yeah.
ain't gonna argue with a with an orc on a mission like this. I shall follow.
They
Us two.
3 branded blades plus Zurich and you enter a building off to the side as people notice the commotion but don't think much of it. Zurich looks at the man, just a simple human, and asks, "Did you try to poison me?" No, sir. And Zurich proceeds to pull a dagger out and stab him. Kind of in the ribs, and asks a second time. This happens 2 or 3 times before he admits it. And explains that
Damn.
he doesn't know who hired him. He just was paid 10 gold to pour that into his food.
Justice will be swift and violent.
Once the information is out, he orders the 3 other branded blades to execute him. And then he turns his attention to the 6 of you, as the human is dragged away, leaving a trail of blood behind. Well, it seems that I owe my life to you. Proceeds to address Israel and Muffinita. Are these your compatriots that you spoke of?
They are.
I just nod.
If I may introduce them. And then you already know Muffinita, and then I will introduce the other ones that have not been introduced, which should be all of you.
How do you introduce them?
We'll start with probably Averil, the one who discovered said deception, who is a very learned, you're an elf, right? Half elf?
Elf.
Elf. And really good and likes to read books. And then this is Damaris. He forgets things, but he's always good and can be counted on. A solid person.
What an introduction.
You have two more to introduce.
Oh, and you might have noticed that we have Leland here. He's a druid, and his brother Ted.
Also, Tip's hat.
Ted's
Oh.
super friendly.
I was curious about the bear having a druid in our midst. That makes sense.
What do you think of his hat?
It's a hat.
Oh. Thought it would look good on him. Anyways, these are my compatriots. They're all good and upstanding people.
Right. On to matters that we were going to speak on later. Yesterday I sent out my scouts to look into your allegations. You have the support of the branded blades. There is something afoot. And this attempted assassination only furthers that assumption. We believe you are correct that Henry Blackhand is using the duchy to gain whatever favor he's looking for. I dispatched a few to the building that you mentioned, met with the druids before they tore it down, and we gathered evidence there. We also investigated the warehouse further. And a few of my sources in the kingdom mentioned odd goings. Are you prepared to confront Blackhand?
Confront in what manner are you going to approach it?
The Branded Blaze is going to seize the castle while you levy your allegation. If he comes peacefully, he will stand trial. If he does not come peacefully, well,
my concern is that based on what we saw today, we should assume that he will not come peacefully.
well then,
my other concern is the well-being of the Duke, where they appear to be joined at the hip currently. We should sever that connection before we attempt to take the castle. Otherwise, the Duke's life may be in jeopardy as collateral. A man pushed to keep his power may do grave things, and the Duke may be caught in the crossfire.
the Duke is no simple monarchy. He is a trained soldier, and with orders of the Branded Blade, in his respect of our people, he will stand aside from an investigation. I will see if my people can separate the two of them, but be prepared that the Duke will be present when you approach Blackhand.
To confirm, the evidence we've presented thus far and what your scouts have been able to gather, this is sufficient for these claims? Because last we spoke, if I'm not mistaken, with allegations as serious as these, like, we need to be certain. No?
You are correct. The evidence we've gathered and the evidence you have. I don't remember. Did you tell him about the attempted assassination?
Yes.
And the attempt on your life and now my life. I don't believe in coincidences.
I'm not familiar with their trial system. Far from it, in fact, but
If he comes peacefully and you arrest him, he will stand trial as governed by our laws. If he does not, and he happens to die, well, we do believe in dying in combat.
well, that certainly makes it less problematic. If you think that's the best course of action, then I'll
Demarius, you
defer
can
to
roll
that judge.
a knowledge religion on Damarick as the deity. At advantage.
When did that come up?
You-
Did I miss something?
During the
Yeah, that's kind of your thing.
name has been flung around a few times now. Damarick, specifically, here's the edicts. Perform execution, study local laws, oppose corrupt or bloodthirsty government officials. This lines up.
Yeah.
Anti-corruption.
And it makes sense why many branded blades follow Damarick.
Oh, that does make sense because they're anti-corruption, and necromancy is a corruption of the body.
Natural order of things.
And why they are the safeguard to keep the duchy in line with their laws.
Also, I think on a tendency, orcs tend to dislike magic. As a
Quick
whole.
time check.
Yeah.
We are at
Well,
7 p.m. Eastern.
Conveniently, this works out because this is where I was going to wrap it up. Zurich looks at the six of you. You have 2 hours to prepare before the branded blades take the castle.
Where do you want us to meet back up?
At the castle.
Like at a rendezvous point, or just literally?
You'll see us.
Okay. Let's do this.
So, between now and the next session, figure out how you're going to spend your 2 hours. Preparing for an assault on the castle.
Well, I'm gonna change out of my nice clothes into my murdering clothes.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take a 1 hour crash course in siege engines. Then a 45-minute crash course in stone architecture and its vulnerabilities, and then 15 minutes of probably very hectic running.
My name is John Trebuchet, and this is my masterclass.
No, you aim for the stone just above the arch. Now the one to the left. Now the one to the right has a pillar behind it, which if you could break it, would bring it down, but that's not a weak point. 10 extra points if you hit the guard on top of the wall just before the arch. Only 5 if it's a grazing blow. It's like they have the weirdest version of Angry Birds, just not actual birds, but like rocks that look like birds.
Angry rocks.
Angry rocks shaped
Instead
like
of being
birds.
slung at pigs, or slung at orcs.
Yeah. Ooh,
All
that's an idea.
If
How do
we
you
are
invade?
wrapped, I gotta go.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
All
right. Bye, man.
All right. Bye.
Guys.
Later.
Professor Catapult Projectile Motion
Bye, everybody.
101.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Just catapult the orcs in. I mean, I'm sure they'll be fine with it.
I'm sure you would find a crazy enough branded blade that will want to be catapulted into a castle.
That's how you execute the
glory.
one guy. You just wrap him up on one side, and then you make sure to land on the assassin.